Hi guys, welcome to today's team call. It is March 15th. We're halfway through the month, which is crazy. I can't believe how fast this year is going. I don't know. I feel like every time I do this call, I like say the date and I'm like, how is it that late in the year already? But today we're going to be talking a little bit about how to use Google Streak, and we're going to do the Clip Notes version of it. Just so you guys get all the information you need all in one cute little bundle and you can use it and implement it immediately. And for those of you that don't know, Google Streak is a way to track your clients or contacts or people that you're talking to, because it's really hard after a while, once you've been coaching for a while, to keep track of everyone in your brain or on paper. It's just a really organized way to keep track of the people you're talking to. So first things first, some recognition. I wanted to shout out Jamie, who's at Success Club, Jenny, who's at Success Club 4, and Stephanie, who's at Success Club 2. You ladies are rocking it. Again, we're halfway through the month, so you still have halfway. You guys are laughing and chatting. Now I'm like distracted. Oh, yeah, the winky face. Did I spell it wrong? Steak. LOL. Thanks for catching that, guys. Let me change that. Now it's going to bother me. So you guys are awesome, and we still have half of the month left. So look at this. He's bringing me my dinner. Thanks, babe. He made me a salad. It's so cute. Okay, so just a few quick announcements before I get into the meat of the call. Elite, we are still pushing for it this year, and I think honestly our biggest challenge is going to get 5 diamonds on the team, because as y'all know, we don't have any diamonds so far. So my goal is to, whoever wants to become diamond this year, let me know so I can help you figure out a game plan. We need 5 diamonds to qualify for elite, and what diamonds means is you have 2 emerald coaches under you and then 4 coaches on each leg, minimum. So 8 coaches total, 2 of them being emerald on each leg. And if you don't know what that means, it's totally fine. I can go over and like a lot of the training goes over this too, but it's just a ranking system within Beachbody. So guys, you ready for some good news? Or it's like cool news, and I'm like really proud of us. We are ranked 333 in the company right now out of like 500,000 coaches. So I thought that was super awesome. What that means is pretty much like, long story short, our new coaches are doing really well. So coaches that have signed up in the past, like 2017 and 2016, don't really count. But the new coaches that are getting signed up this year, and actually no, 2017 counts too, they're getting started right and on the right track, and that's actually counting towards the elite points, which is totally going to help us in the long run. I honestly think that we're not going to have any trouble hitting those goals like Success Club, the volume, or like the new coaches hitting Success Club. I think our main our challenge is going to be getting us to diamond or 5-star diamond. But again, we can totally do it. Alexis and I are working on a checklist to become elite for coaches that want to help us push for it. So I'm really, really excited about that. We're going to get it out to you guys by Monday, and then we'll make a call about it too, just to go over everything on it. But it's going to be super straightforward, just kind of telling you guys like what to do on a day-to-day basis to help the team go for elite. Another announcement are the beach bars are coming out April 6th, which I'm really excited about, because I love like granola bars, and I feel like I can never find a good one on the market that's just like clean. And they're finally making a beach bar that is just going to be awesome. And I think it comes in 2 flavors. One of them is like chocolate, and the other one is like, I think it says peanut butter chocolate, which is amazing. Oh, cherry almond is what it is. So I'm really excited about that. And if you want to learn more about the beach bars and everything about them, there's the FAQ 9754 that you can go to find out more about them. Also, I just want to ask you guys, and you can type in the chat box or just kind of wait until later, and think about this, because I want this to be something that's really going to motivate you. So we have new coach trainings, whether it be the 7-day quick start training or the 21-day coach training that you get put into after you complete the 7-day quick start. What would motivate you to finish the 21-day training within 30 days? So we're giving you an extra week, because we want to give you prizes. We want to reward you for doing like a really awesome thing and moving your business forward. but we need to know, like, does prizes, motivate you? I think Alexis posted a poll today, like, does a personal spa day motivate you? Does getting your groceries paid for the week motivate you? Like, what are little things that motivate you? For me personally, I am not really motivated by prizes, but like, I never treat myself to a massage. So like, if someone were to offer me a massage, I'd be like, I'm in. So really think about what motivates you and what would help you get that done. Because we put a lot of effort into this training and like thought a lot about it and made it really good for you guys. So we want you guys to complete it because it's only going to help you. It's only going to benefit you. And then also just a quick little reminder too is with the Boxer thread, make sure you're participating in there because there's I don't want it to get too crazy where you check it and there's like 50,000 notifications. Like, no one wants that. But I love it when you guys are like all interacting, and it's like super awesome for me to see that you guys are just like talking to each other. And then again, just so everyone's like is organized, there's the business thread and a like fun thread. So if there's anything like fun, like whether it comes to outfits, food, anything like that could be in the fun thread. And then if you have like business questions, it could be asked there just to keep things organized. And so if you just don't have time, you can kind of just check into the business thread to see if you missed anything or if you need to know anything. Another thing, so a new program is coming out on May 2nd. And it's called To Be Mindset, and pretty much it's like an intuitive eating guide. I don't really know too much about it. Like, I watched a little commercial for it, and it looks like it's just like intuitive eating and just really listening to your body. But I know that there's more to it, obviously, and they're going to be talking a lot about it at Summit, and I'm sure they're going to talk a lot about it at Super Saturday. But the package is not on Beachbody On Demand, so it is separate from Beachbody On Demand. Which I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, of course, like I would want it on Beachbody On Demand, but it actually, as coaches, it creates another source of revenue for us. So it's actually really good that it's not on Beachbody On Demand. And it really helps people that really just need help with their nutrition. Like some people are gym rats and they love the gym, but they just don't have a good mindset when it comes to nutrition. And this is where this will come in. So it's a really, really awesome way to reach new clients that already have a really good fitness routine. So the program itself includes Whey Shakeology Sampler, a vegan Shakeology Sampler, a 10-pack of Energize, Beachbody Performance Trial Sampler in the US only, Canada and the UK, and Daily Sunshine Sampler only in the US. And then retails for $74.95, but us as coaches, we get 25% off. So that's really awesome. Also, there is a Super Saturday coming up on April 7th. So if you don't know what a Super Saturday is, it's like a local coach kind of event, and anyone can go. They usually have it listed on the TBB 411 page to find where it would be near you. You literally just I think you just type in your zip code and then it pulls up all the ones near you and you can register for it and go. I live near Miami, so Miami's a really, really big one. And I always go. It's so much fun. Like, you get to meet coaches in your area. They talk about new upcoming launches. They share stories. There's always like a training. And then you always get to do a workout at the end with like all the coaches in your area, which I think is super cool. And there's usually celebrity like depending on where you live and like how big the city is, there's also super trainers that will come and you can work out with them, or like big hot shots within corporate, like Carl Deichler or Jeff Hill, anyone like that will come and they'll talk to you as well, which I think is really awesome because it's really nice to know that like corporate cares enough to come to these local events just to support us. Another thing is if you guys are going to Summit, and just for new coaches, just to let you know that if you hit Success Club, which means you help 3 people in your first 3 months of being a coach, you will earn a free ticket to Summit. We have a few success starters on the call tonight, and it's just a really, really awesome way to just get a free ticket to Summit because usually they're like $300. So, and then Summit is this huge once-a-year event where all coaches go, and it's a 3-day event usually, and it's just so much fun. Like, you get to work out with super trainers, you get to meet your team. It's huge, like literally like hundreds of thousands of people go. And there's also, keynote speakers, motivational speakers, there's parties. Speaking of parties, there's a Success Club party, and you will, if you get a minimum of 20 Success Club points between the months of March and April, you will get a free ticket to the Success Club party, and you get to bring a +1, which I always thought was super cool. And you have to hit a minimum of Success Club 5 each month to earn the ticket to the Success Club party. And to learn more about that, there's the FAQ 3442. And then also coaching sneak peek event. If you haven't invited to this already, invite to this, because it is so, so important. If you have someone that you're talking to that's interested in coaching, invite them to this event. It's free. It's just for their information. Us as coaches run it, and we kind of just share our story, share what coaching is all about. And it's a really, really awesome way for people that don't know what coaching is to kind of come in here and figure out what it is and see if it's for them. It's from March 20th to March 22nd. And last time we ran this, we had 10 people join our team. So it's super, super important that you're inviting to this, because we are literally doing all the work for you. We put this all together. We, speak, there's a webinar at the end, and we answer everyone's questions. So it's a really, really beneficial way for you to be like, hey, like, you're interested in coaching? Cool. Like, throw them in this group, and then we'll do the rest of the work for you. So that's that. All right. So now I'm going to get into Google Streak. If you don't know what Google Streak is, again, it's a way to track your coaches, clients, your people that you're talking to. I have a fresh streak that I'm going to show you, and I'm just going to show you what you need to know to make this work for you. Because I'm going to be real with you guys, I started on pen and paper. And then I did a Microsoft Word document. And then I did a Google Sheets document to track my clients. Nothing is as good as Google Streak. Like, I will swear by this hands down. Like, my business would not be where it is if it wasn't for Google Streak. It's a free service. You can pay if you want to have extra features. You don't need them, but it's a free service, and I highly recommend you use it to organize yourself when it comes to tracking people. So I'm going to go to my email. Okay, so this is it. Also, if you don't have a Gmail account, make one, because we do a lot of things like Google Drive, and you can only get Google Streak on a Gmail account. So if you don't have one, make one. So this is your cute little inbox. So now from here, you're going to see this tab. You have to download Streak. You're just going to go to Google Streak, type it into Google Streak, and then I think you just download the plugin, and then it pops up in your Gmail. So you can see it up here. It's up here, and then you also see pipelines, this little 4 square within a square. That's Streak. So we're going to go to pipelines, and we're going to go to new. So I suggest, now I would write this down, unless you have other categories in mind. The categories I have set up in my Streak are people I am talking to on Facebook, people I'm talking to on Instagram, people that have expressed interest in a challenge group, people that have expressed interest in coaching, and then I have a separate Streak or a pipeline for my coaches, and I have a separate pipeline for my clients. So that way they're in one cute little neat bundle, and that's it. I know people that go way crazier with it. I personally think simplicity is key in this business. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. And I also have a separate Streak. It's not a really serious one, but I'll have one for people that are interested in a free group. That way, when the free group rolls around, I know exactly who is interested. I can just throw them in. I just read the list. And then I also have a little one that's people that are interested in the coaching or, whatever sneak peek. And I flush those every single time a new month rolls around. So that way I know who's interested this month. That way it's just you can do that on paper, but I just have it on the pipeline or on Streak just because it just makes my life easier. It's all in one place and I don't have to worry about finding people from different sources. I'm pretty sure that's all the pipelines I have within Streak. So to create a pipeline, you're going to go to new, which is here, and you're always just going to do sales and deals. And if you want to share it with someone, you can, but I just use this for myself. So you could just do cancel if you don't want to create a team. Oops, nope, hold on. Sales and deals, and then just me for now. So again, you're just going to do private because you're not sharing it with anyone. It's just going to be for your own personal benefit. I'm going to do create pipeline. So this is the template it's going to show you as soon as you create a new pipeline. Within this template, they have a bunch of different, they kind of set it up for you, but I love it because it's super customizable. So what I do, because I don't like anything too complicated, I will literally delete every single one of these, delete the stage, So it's just goes to like 1. There's a few that I have multiple stages, but usually you only need 1. Just like think of them as lists, like everyone you're talking to on Facebook, everyone you're talking to on Instagram, or if you have another social media platform that you're using. Delete stage. I'm just gonna set one up for you guys just so you see how I do it. Okay, so let's just say this is for my Facebook. I will rename the stage Facebook. And then I just keep another one here just in case. It's like a blank one, but you could, if it bothers you, you could just be like delete stage. And you can always add an extra, I don't even know what to call these, an extra pipeline to it. So if you want to, so I deleted them all, but if you ever want to add them, you could just go here and you can type in a new stage name and it'll show up. But I don't want to. And something fun, I know like I'm weird and like OCD, but because Facebook logo is blue and white, I'd probably make this blue and white just to make my OCD happy. You could change colors, fonts, or not fonts, but you could change colors and it just makes it fun. So once you have this, so you have down here is also super customizable. So you see where it says name, stage, deal size, close date, lead source, all that fun stuff. Again, you do not need all this. Do not overwhelm yourself with all these little, you can remove this column, I keep notes because I always keep notes on people I'm talking to, because if they tell me about their kids and they like talk about them again, I want to know their names, and there's no way I can keep that much information in my brain. Okay, so we're going to delete this column, delete. Okay, so there's some that you can't delete. They're like automatic and you can't delete them, but you could hide them. So you could just do hide. So now all I have is name and notes. I'll also add a column. So what you could do is you can do a free form. So that means you make up the column name. There's presets in there, which are super helpful, but if you have something that you want to add yourself, you can do a free form. So I will also add email address in case they give me their email address. I always want to have that on hand. I will also add, this is a really fun one that I use to track. So I pay for Streak. I pay $40 a month for Streak. Again, you do not have to do that. But if you do pay for Streak, you could set up tasks, which means that you can set reminders of when to follow up with someone. So say I'm talking to Maria and Maria says she has her wedding on April 4th. I'll be like, okay, great. And then I'll set a reminder for April 5th to check in, like, how was your wedding? How did it go? Congratulations, kind of thing. So it's a really cool way to remember when to follow up with people. And how it reminds you is it'll pop up in your inbox on Gmail and it'll be like, hey, check in with Maria today. So you never forget and it's always there. And say you don't get around to checking in with her, it'll always be in your inbox unless you delete it. So you can remember to follow up with her the next day when you get to it. So something else I use is magic columns, which are really nice. Like these are kind of like automatic columns that Google Streak will populate for you. So I like to use date. Well, if you guys aren't paying, you don't have to use this, but I like to use date of next due task. So I have this column set up in mine, so that way it shows me when I'm supposed to follow up with them in the future. And then sometimes I like organize it so I know who I'm like trying to follow up with next, because it's also like Google or Excel, because you can filter them, you can organize them from A to Z, 1 to 100, or backwards, vice versa. So it's like, again, oldest to newest, newest to oldest. It's super, super, super customizable and it's so helpful. But again, don't overwhelm yourself with all these little things, because in reality, you're not going to use them and they're just going to take up a lot of headspace. Just make it, I preach simplicity is key in this business, because once you start tinkering around with all these little gizmos and gadgets, like they're just going to suck up a lot of your time and not really do much for you. So, and how you add someone is you will right click them, or no, you click on name and then you'll click this little plus button up here and you'll just be like, let's see, John Smith. So then you'll add that, and then say he gives you his email address. You'll just type it in here, johnsmith@yahoo.com. And then this is if you're paying for it, you could, I'll show you how to set a due date. And then notes, has 2 children, their 2 sons, Matt and Joe likes fishing. So you really want to make sure you're building relationships with these people and taking notes on like what you learn about them, because it really means a lot to them when you come back and you remember what they told you. So that's how you would set that up. And then another cool feature I like, so I'm just going to add one more person. So Maria Johnson, and then we'll just do Maria J246@gmail.com. So if you have, I personally don't do this, but I should more often. If you want to do a mass email, what you do is mail merge. So it's super amazing because you can go like this. You can click this button and it'll select all of them. And you click this little arrow up here and it says start mail merge. And it will literally take all the recipients from that list, put them all together, but it'll show that it's only sending from you. So the person that you're sending it to, or like the list you're sending it to, only sees it's from you, doesn't see everyone else on the list. And you can also customize it here. So like, say there's a bunch of people on the list, but you're like, oh, you know, like, I don't really want to send it to John Smith. Like, you can delete him or remove him from the list. And then you can go here, type in your message or your, whatever it's called, the title of it, type in your message and hit send, and it'll send, or you could schedule it to send later, which is super cool as well. So like, say you're like drafting it at like midnight and you're like, no one's checking their email at midnight. You could schedule it to send at like 7 a.m. the next morning. So that's a really cool feature. I should use it more often than I do, but if you want to do things more through email, I would totally recommend it. So once you're here, you can click, each individual person will have like their own file, I guess. And to access their file, you click this little thing here. So it's everything you could possibly want to know about them. And like, you can add things, contacts, organizations, notes, magic columns. Honestly, all you're going to use is the custom columns where you're going to put their email address and you're going to use notes. That's really it, unless you're using the paid version and there's tasks. Now, if you are using the paid version, which I highly recommend, you can use tasks. So how you set a task is you go to this plus button, you go to this little check mark right here. And so this will be like a follow-up task. So you could be like, let's see, we'll set the due date to the 21st, set due date, and you could say like, ask Maria about wedding. Hit enter and boom, it's done. So now you can see in 5 days, you have to ask Maria about the wedding. And if you go back here, this is where it auto-populates. See, now it says date of next due task is March 12th or 21st. Wow, am I dyslexic? So March 21st. So that's how you do it. And if you don't want to pay for Streak, what I recommend is doing a, probably, let's see, check-in. And here you can like see, like it automatically knows that you're going to set a date. So instead of maybe having a task come up in your inbox, what you could do is you could be like, okay, set that date, March 19th. I'm going to check in with him on the 21st. And then whenever day it is, so like say every morning you wake up and you're planning your follow-ups, you could just go like this. You could sort them from newest to oldest. Oh, no, probably the other way around. Sort them from oldest to newest. And like, again, you're going to have a bunch of people in here, and like everyone that's due on March 19th will show up at the top, and then you can kind of just go in. And then as you go through them, you can reset this date. Like, okay, done with her. Like maybe I'll check in again with her on the 28th. So if you don't want to pay for Streak, super easy way to just check in with them. You make a column and you set a date, and then every morning you will filter from oldest to newest. So that way you see whoever is at the top on the date that you're on. That's who you're checking in with that day. I'm trying to think of other things you need to know for Google Streak. That's honestly, like, if you're gonna just that cut and dry, that's pretty much everything you need to know about Streak. There's so many features with this. It's a really customizable tool, and I highly recommend that you use it just to keep yourself organized and to have all your customers and people you're talking to in the same place. But if you guys have any questions about it while you're using it, there's a bunch of tutorials online. You could always ask me. Like, I'm more than happy to help you with it. It's just a really, really awesome tool to use within this business. So I am going to stop sharing my screen really quick and going to unmute you guys. Okay, so Jamie asks, when you create a new pipeline, where does it show up? That's actually a really good question. So I'm going to share my screen again. So I only created one pipeline here, so Facebook. Now, when you click down like this, when you download Streak, you're gonna get these automatic things pop up. You can just delete all these. You can delete saved view. You could just go through and make it super neat. So when you make a new one, all you have to do is go to new, sales deals, private, create pipeline. We'll make this one for Instagram. Again, you would delete all these. So now you could see Instagram has, oh wait, I never changed this one to Facebook. Sorry. Facebook. So now you'll see that your two pipelines are right here.
So can you move somebody, because if you have like the you have like 6 categories. If you move somebody from Facebook and then now they're interested in a challenge group and then they sign up to be a client, like can you like copy and paste all of that into the next one, or do you like delete them off of one? Or
that's a really good question. So what you do, so say Maria is on Facebook and she's like, oh my gosh, let's make a new one. We'll make one for, will be coach. So say she signs up as a coach. And Maria's like, oh my gosh, like I want to join your team. She joins your team. But you go here. And then you're going to go up here to move box. And then you can go to coaches. And then boom, she'll be moved from Facebook to your coaches. That's actually a really good question. Yeah. And then it's like, say there's multiple stages within coaches, you could like select whatever stage you want her to go to here. So this is for the pipeline and this is for the stage, if you want to move on.
But you normally don't have anything for your stage?
No, but you can. I just don't like I don't want to have to worry about moving a lot of people. I'm just like, you're Facebook, like that's it. But then as soon as they express interest in like a challenge group, I'll move them over to potential clients.
Gotcha.
So like the Facebook and Instagram pipeline for me is like relationship building and like people I'm talking to about just life. And then as soon as I start sending out invites and they express interest in X, Y, and Z, I'll move them to that pipeline and then they'll stay there. So like, because I know in my head, I know that they've already expressed interest in it in the past. And like, granted, we can continue on, like say they don't get signed up as a client, then we can continue on with our conversation. But I know that in the past that they had expressed interest. So it's just like a little reminder. That was a really good question though. Yes, you can move them around.
So you did this in like 15 minutes. This is my kind of training.
Yeah. Like I said, simplicity is key, and like I want to give you guys what you need to know to keep yourself organized. And like if you want to branch out from this, by all means, but like this is what you need to know to be successful in the industry. You do not need to know the ins and outs of like all the nitty-gritty of it. What I just showed you was, and like the more you use it, the better you'll get at it. I remember like when I first started, I was like super slow at Google Streak, but now it's like clockwork. Like I could just like knock out like 50 follow-ups in like a half an hour. Does anyone else have any questions about it?
This is awesome. You just made my life a lot simpler, because if you see my Google Streak, it's like a hot mess, and I'm like, oh my God, how I'm gonna do this.
Did it help? Did like what I went through help?
Yes, it did, especially the simplicity. Because the thing about it is like when I do Google Street and YouTube, they give you everybody who's helping you, but their pipeline is crazy. So it's like I try to imitate that, and I'm like going crazy. I'm like, how this is too much for me. But this simplicity just helped a lot. Like I'm gonna clean it up tonight.
Yeah. And that's like, I'm all about it being like clean, simple. Like I don't want to have to think about when I go into Google Streak, I don't want to have to think about what I need to do. Like I have my lists and like, that's it. I don't need to like move them through the pipeline into different stages. Like I could just keep them where they are unless they express interest. And then it's just like real cut and dry categories and you don't need to do anything super crazy. Does anyone else have any questions about anything? Let's see. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Alrighty, I'm going to